Alright, it seems like they released a new trailer for Ultimate Gohan, the new tech that's gonna come out next week. And let's jump straight into it.
Give it up. You can't win. Alright, this is it.
This intro, I guess?
What's wrong?
Okay.
I thought you were gonna make me dead.
It's probably his skill animation, this is his first skill.
Stay down.
Okay, he has Meteor Hammer that pushes people around, I guess.
I'll finish you off. That's enough.
Ooh.
Hey,
It looks like a
behind
character
you.
that does a lot of damage. Let's see. A playmaker who separates his targets from the pack, creating advantages for his allies. Take down isolated enemies one by one alongside your team. Okay. Okay, stagger and weaken an enemy hero. Apply a stack to the enemy hero on hit. When stacks are maxed out, the target becomes a break target, and any damage dealt staggers them. Apply physical damage defense down, energy defense down. Super attacks have the strongest effect, followed by skills excluding super attacks, then rush attacks. Okay. Staggers them is insane. Physical attack becomes powered up with increased damage against... Oh yeah, you wanna use the break target thing as often as possible. His first skill is a jab. Oh wow. Okay, what was that? Unleash a strike in a set direction, applies a stack to an enemy heroes on hit. Re-entering the command within a certain time window unleashes an energy wave, pushing enemies away and dealing extra damage. Applies further stacks to enemy heroes struck. The closer an enemy is, the further pushback. Activating the skill after power unleashed increases pushback even further and applies movement speed down on enemy heroes struck. Okay. Interesting. Rolling Hammer. Okay, that's... Hold up, what the hell was that? An unavoidable attack that warps to a target's location and forcibly moves them in the direction you warped from generates a shockwave on hit, dealing additional damage to non-target enemies. So the one that's getting hit is taking less damage than the ones that are getting affected by it. Okay? Applies a stack to enemy heroes on hit, staggers and deals extra damage to targets knocked into a wall or other heroes. So it's basically like Vegeta's kick, but a bit more uncoordinated, I guess. Like you need to be on against the wall already, then you swap places, I guess. Activating the skill after potential unleashed will send the enemy target struck, flying on hit. Enemy struck by a shockwave will forcibly moved. And extra damage dealt to targets knocked into a wall or other heroes will increase. So you can also kick them into kick them into other characters. That's really strong, I think. Power unleashed. Unleash it. Let's play out. Whoa. Flee? Unleash a shockwave around yourself, applying flee to enemies. Applies to stack to enemy heroes on hit. Within a set window after this skill's activation, Jack Blast and Rolling Hammer will be enhanced and usable even mid cooldown. So it's basically like Kaioken, but reversed. First hit on other skills activated following will add further stacks onto enemy heroes. Yeah, it's basically reversed Kaioken. Kaioken activation gets reset every time you hit the skill, and this is basically the opposite. You activate this to reset the other skills. But Flee, this looks like a hard TC actually. Like this. The way it shows, like, I think your opponents are forcibly being moved. So they can't even move out of it. Like, they can't even use anything after they get hit by it. Morph the target. Oh. Warps to target's location and unleash a flurry of attacks while moving at high speed. The first hit to enemy heroes applies a stack to them. Can move Can move? It generates the shockwave following the flurry, staggering enemy heroes with stacks and apply flee to enemies without stacks. I'm not even sure what's better, flee or staggering, in my opinion. Okay, huge.
What's wrong? I thought you were gonna make me dead.
Let's watch this more in detail.
It's time I got serious. Stay down.
These are probably his kill animations. I don't think this animation will be in the game. Like, it's just an animation for the trailer.
That's enough. Hey, behind you.
Yeah, so basically you wanna put some stacks on them and then break them with an auto attack. That's how you're gonna single target any character. And obviously then they have physical damage down and the energy defense. So everyone will do more damage to that specific target. Jack Blast, like this, I'm not sure how strong this will be. Like the pushback is good, but most of the time you want to have your opponents close to you so you can kill them. And this basically just gives them an advantage to run away. It does apply movement speed down, but they don't need movement speed if they can just jump away. So this you have to test how good this is. Now, the Rolling Hammer is super interesting because you're swapping places with an enemy. So if you are able to do that on that carry like Goku or Kale or Piccolo, and then your teammates can just focus him down. Especially since people that are around him, I think. Yeah, people around him are getting pushed away, so they are not fast enough to help him. And if you combine this with, for example, a Vegeta kick from this position into this wall, then one character will most likely be dead before your opponents can even react. This will have a lot of like synergy with other characters that can also focus down one character or stun a character. Because there are not a lot of other characters that they can stun lock enemies. Most of them are tech characters, but you already have a tech with this Gohan, I guess. Now this unleashed thing. This looks really broken, honestly. Applying flee, I have to see how this works. Like the flee mechanic. Because it seems like they're just running away. The keyboard is locked, they can't move around, and they're just running away. Look how long this lasts. Hold up. That's 2 seconds of running away. In the meantime, you can just run behind them and attack them. Unless, of course, an attack will knock them out of the flee. This is as good as a stagger. And he can do both, actually. He can stagger them and make them flee. Also, I'm not sure what they mean with moving. Like, how much can you move here? Yeah, the shockwave. Yeah. But this will be super important in team fights. If you can hit this ult on the whole team, basically you win. You probably just win. Because in 2 seconds your opponents can't defend themselves. Pair that up with a Vegeta kick. That's a 4-second stun on any character. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think about Gohan. I think he's really strong. Personally, I think he's really strong. And he will be played. So yeah. Yeah. Subscribe. Take care. Stay safe. Peace.